So you did a million things before I got here.
I did a million things before Lynn got here. I put on a hurricane bracket just now. This is the last one of these. I'm going to have to go to using this stuff that I made out of that stuff.
Oh yes, that's right. That's all right.
There you go.
It works.
At any rate, I'm going to use it to brace these because wind can get up underneath. Anything wind can get up underneath these days. If you don't have a hurricane braced, it's not going to take a tornado to take it down. Some of these high
straight line winds,
they're going to take it out.
What is this you put up? This.
Okay, so this is an old stump that I dug out of somewhere a bazillion years ago, and I just liked the way it looked, so I've kept it in the shed. It's still got a lot of rot in it, but it doesn't really matter because it's not really holding this.
Oh no.
It's tied to the wall up here. It's actually, this rafter is screwed to the wall to this
right on this side.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
you've
you
actually
see it right there actually.
Yeah, you've actually.
Okay. So I've tied all that in. And the real thing that's giving it strength to keep it from going this way are the braces I cut and put on the outside this morning. I took two pieces of old landscape timber and cut them at an angle to go on the outside, and that's really what's keeping it from doing this.
From doing the side to side to side.
Yeah, from doing side to side thing. I mean the hurricane braces, and then when I get the porch railing on, the porch railing will help hold
it. Yeah, because it'll tie it into the house at another level.
Yeah, well, no, because it'll be rigid. When you do it, it's all tied together, and that's going to keep it from doing its thing too. So there's that.
And yet, it is December 25th, and yes, it is 70 something.
December 25th. It was 78 yesterday. We're set to break another record today.
Yep.
But there's no global warming.
No.
That shit liberals made up to get you to drive a smaller car and live in a littler house. No!
Yeah.
No! Climate change is real. We are causing it. It doesn't just naturally occur.
It naturally occurs, but it takes millennia.
It naturally occurs, but it takes a giant super mega volcano erupting and spewing carbon dioxide and shit into the air.
Guess what? We are that volcano.
We are the volcano.
We are.
But at any rate, and it's Christmas Day, but we're Jewish. We're Jewish.
Nah, we're Jewish.
Buddhist Jewish.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So, we've already had our holiday.
Yep.
So, I'm a workaholic, so what do I do when I have time? I work.
Yeah, and I film her.
I have a problem, so there you go. The children are always, Mom, you have a problem. Nana, you have a problem.
I'm going away. Okay, so the short pieces didn't work. So she came up with this, which is so cool. She used this.
Actually, it's like they're all connected now.
Yeah, they're all connected all the way across.
And they're connected to the bottom and connected to the board. So they're connected. There's two screws here, screws in there, over the thing, over that. And now I'm just going to cut that off. I left it long because it's more pliable when it's long.
Yes.
And I left it long because doing it like this, how the hell would you measure the length?
Exactly. So braces all the way across. That is so amazing. Whew. The other piece was a lot more cooperative, but that wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
And now both of them are braced, and they are hell for stout. Yep. And 99.9% of that's going to be hidden once the rafters and the tin goes out. So yay! And it's strong as hell.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what did you call that? You said it was tempered
aluminum.
Tempered aluminum.
I know it's tempered aluminum because regular aluminum is not hard to bend. And you know it's aluminum because when I'm cutting it, there's no sparks.
Oh, okay. There you go. Learning things every day. Back later.
All right, so I'm getting ready to build the rail system. building the rail system before I put the roof on, because when I build the rail system, like I said, it's going to add strength. So if I have to crawl up there, which I probably will, if I have to crawl up there and I'm not able to do it all off the side, which again, I'm assuming I'm going to have to get on it. Even if I don't have to get on it today, what happens if a fucking limb falls on it and I have to get on it later? Okay, so the idea is I want this in first.
Okay.
Okay, so what I've done is I've cut a couple of boards that are where I want the bottom of it to be, and then the rail will come to about, I don't know, that may be too tall. What do you think?
No, I think that's great.
You think it's great?
I think that's a great height.
It's a good leaning against height,
That's
but
an
not a good,
It's not a good sitting on height. You don't want a good sitting on height.
not this high up. Okay. All right, so what I did was I cut 2 boards. I could have just cut one, but, you know, who was thinking at that point? Not fucking me, apparently. But now I'm just going to attach these, and then this will be the start of the rail system.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Like I said, I didn't have to cut 2, but I did. Since I already did, I'm not going to use them, but they were scrapped 2 before anyway. So.
Yep.
And it's not like I cut a good board to do it.
No, no.
They were little bitty pieces. I cut maybe 2 inches off of one of them. So the other one was that length. When I found it, I said, oh, this looks like a good length. Now I'm just going to screw the shit out of that. Screw it in tight because screws are what's holding it. So.
Right, right. And we'll come back when you have started designing.
Okay. Okay, so I cut them, and then I'm attaching them. I'm attaching this one from the bottom up into the 2 befores I just put on the sides.
Yep. That makes sense.
So there you go. And now I'll go up and I'll do the top one.
And amazingly, these 2 boards were only off by 1/4 inch difference, and the measurements here are exactly the same. It's what's the
It's a Christmas miracle!
How amazing is that?
It's a Christmas miracle!
Before you move on, we wanted to talk about this finial here.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this piece that I put in there, this whole piece, somebody threw away and I got it in a bunch of mishigas and I've kept it in storage ever since. It's an ancient finial. As you can see, most finials you buy today, first off, aren't that fancy. But second off, it's connected to this piece of wood.
Yeah, it is.
This is
It's
a solid
carved.
piece of wood from here. It's not hand carved.
No, but it's
done
carved.
on a lathe.
It's spun.
But it's
lathe.
before they had lathe butts.
Yeah.
Okay, then this part is built hollow just like this part.
Okay.
But it's cedar.
It's attached to it, so.
This is a piece of 5 by 5, which is really 6 by 6.
Yes.
But it was a pressure treated piece of 5 by 5 that also I got in a load of crap. And this finial here I found years ago. It came off of, it actually, okay, I used to work for some very rich people that had this huge canvas umbrella. The bottom stick of it broke.
Yes.
In a fucking windstorm, so they threw the whole fucking thing away.
Right.
Okay, so I brought it home and we had it in the pool yard forever on our table.
Right, right.
Okay?
Because you fixed the stick.
Well, eventually it died. We wound up using the canvas for many other things,
Yes.
and we burnt the wood for fire.
But
okay,
this
but we
was
had
the
it for
top.
years. But this was the finial that was on the top of that.
Wow.
And so I put it in and you can tell I'd repainted it and everything
Yeah.
for years, taking care of it before it finally died. And the canvas got weak, the boards all broke.
What a shock.
Yeah. But anyway, so I had this in a box. That's where it came from.
That's cool.
You know, it's not the same, but to me that's cool. That adds to the ambiance of the trash
Yes.
pit, which is my building. Where did that piece of, you know what, it's kind of like a patchwork quilt.
Yes.
Where did that piece of trash come from? It
As a matter of fact,
reminds us-
Suzette Hayden Elgin looked at the solarium that you did and said,
yeah.
you know, Selina, most people just make quilts.
Make a quilt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
She said, most people just make a quilt. But
Yeah.
that's kind of the way I feel about this kind of stuff, because it's like, oh, we got these from Tom. Tom's neighbor tore something down, and they brought those.
Yeah, so it's everything's a story.
This is a stump I took out of someplace when I was working for somebody.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's awesome. And then, of course, there's the beaver trophy.
Yeah. Then there's my beaver trophy.
Okay.
Take that as you will.
going away. She hasn't even started designing the fancy part yet, and it sure does look nice. It's a perfect height too. I've already tested it by going over and leaning on it and looking at everything.
Yeah, it's the perfect leaning on talking to your friends down on the ground.
Yep.
Your subjects.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, you can wave.
Da, da, da.
Wave to your subjects. Yes, 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 yes.
Do my-
We decided anyone tall enough to get up there and sit is old enough to be responsible for their own
For
hitting.
falling off and banging their head on the fucking
There you
concrete
go.
because they're a dumbass.
There you go. There you go.
This is why we make everybody sign a fucking waiver.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because everything here is kid friendly. But nothing here is kid proof because you know why? Nothing is kid proof.
No. Nothing is kid or drunk proof.
If you took the little bastards and put them in a goddamn padded cell with a padded helmet and a straitjacket on, they'd break their neck running into the fucking wall with their head to see what they could do.
Exactly. Exactly.
People need to watch their damn kids.
Yes, that's a huge pet peeve of ours.
Watch your kids. Remember what you did.
Yeah.
They will do that and more.
And more. Yep, they'll find new things.
They'll find brand new shit to do.
Exactly.
All right, so now I'm ready for the next stage, which is I've got some peeled logs left over from the barn,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to put 3 in each one of these holes.
Oh, that'll be neat. That will be awesome.
And hopefully it'll look cool.
It will. So, if you can see that white stuff up there, that is the pressure treating that's coming out. It looks like sap seeping from these pressure treated boards. So in case you don't think they're heavily saturated, they truly are. And this is what she's doing, and I'll show you the rest and she can talk about it when she's finished. Looks amazing. Amazing. In case you're wondering, she actually has the centers marked
Yeah.
so she can get those as straight as she wants, as they can be, given that they are logs. Right?
And this is left over from some of the peeled logs I did for the barn.
A long time ago.
And some of them were pieces.
Yep.
I only cut one hole. And I cut the whole one up mostly because I wanted to use
Yeah, we're going to use that
Yeah.
that piece with the split branch. And it made those 3 rails, those 3 uprights in the rail. So 1 log,
Yeah.
3 uprights, and that fancy piece you're going to make.
Yep.
That's the good old straighten it with your knee thing.
Uh-huh. Hold it with your body.
Hold it with your body while you're doing it.
And there you go. There's our rail system.
So awesome. I love it.
All right. Now I'm going to figure out where I want to put this because I'm not 100% sure, by the way.
You want it there
Think-
somewhere, some way, somehow.
But I'm not sure how. I'm not sure where I want it at this point. I might want it here. If I want, actually, it probably worked there best. If I just cut it to go there, it's probably where it would go the best. So let's see. So I'm gonna, oh, look at here, guesstimating. I'm gonna, right here is a cut, and right here is a cut. I'm gonna cut those square across there. And then I'm gonna cut it at an angle down here so I have something good to screw through.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I always like to find something good to screw through.
Yes, of course. It is such a beautiful day. She actually still has all of her tools set up down here from the siding and everything. Eventually, that is going to have to go somewhere else. Covers it every night.
Well, I got to do the rest of the siding first.
Right.
I still have a piece of siding that it hasn't been done.
I know. One small piece. It's an awesome saw.
Yes, that's precisely what it's for.
Not.
Oh, I know.
No. Okay, I'm going away. Okay, so you said this one is actually structural.
This is actually structural. It's going to help with the integrity of the building. It actually works as a cross brace here in the corner, but I'm also mostly doing it for show. But because it's old and it's cedar,
Right, you pre-drilled it.
I pre-drilled all the holes because cedar will split like a bitch.
Yeah.
It's funny, you can drill into it like I did those posts, but you can't drill through it. I mean, you can screw into it, but you just can't screw through it when it's like a log without splitting it.
Huh.
In other words, if it's on the backside, you can screw to it all day. But if it's not, it's funny because there's a little knot. See how this sticks out here?
Uh-huh.
There's a little knot of cedar that keeps
Oh, there
it from
is.
touching.
So it's perfectly
So it
straight.
worked perfect.
Yes.
And then see, I'll just screw through them. And yeah, actually it's structural. But I'm mostly doing it for show, but it is also structural. There are times when I use this just for structure.
Well, because that's what you have.
Yep.
That is
'Cause
beautiful.
it's God's natural corner
Natural
bracket.
corner bracket. I love it. See the little knob there? That is so neat.
All right. So there we go.
And the
And now
railing,
it's time to put the
the tin.
tie downs on.
Oh, tie downs and then the tin.
Roof tie downs, yeah.
Okay.
And then the tin.
Yay. So she's putting up one more piece because she wants to. This is one of those stripped logs, but this was actually stripped by the goats.
Okay. This, and it doesn't matter because it's up. That's all cedar.
Yeah.
Okay, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be up where it's going to hardly ever get hit.
Right.
This came off Zeb's favorite climbing
Great.
tree, which got hurt so bad in the polar vortex.
Yes.
And I threw it over the fence to the goats, and the goats peeled it.
They peeled
So
it.
it looks really neat and gnarly.
And she is fixing it so it's actually structural.
Oh yeah, it's completely structural. If you'll come on the outside, you can see what
I can
it
probably
looks
do
like
that.
more. You
Here,
can better see what it looks like on the outside.
and I will
Yeah, there. I'll
come around
I
and
got to put another screw in here.
And you can see how she has got that tied in 3 ways, twice to the cross brace and once down here to the post itself. It's just gorgeous, it really is. But like the other posts, she's drilling it first and then she's putting long screws in. So that is just really awesome.
Yeah, I'm putting in these.
The very long ones, yeah. There you go. And now she'll start on the
Now
cross.
I'll start. Oh, I just had to do it.
Had to do one more.
I just had to do one more.
It
just
is a
for show.
tree house, so pieces of trees
Yeah,
make
trees
sense.
Of a tree makes sense. So.
Yes, there you go. Yay.
Yeah.
And this would be part of why she wanted to make that railing first. So you can get all that finesse and everything going on there. But she's actually standing on the railing to try to reach the middle to avoid having to actually crawl on the roof for any longer than she has to. She will
And I
probably
missed the fucking board.
have to, but
Can you see which way I missed the board?
yes, hang on just a second. And it's done. We haven't moved the ladders or anything yet, but it is done. It is gorgeous. It's actually got the tin on it. It looks so good. And Selina is celebrating no more what?
No more roof.
No more roof anywhere.
No more roof.
No more roof, no more tin. Yay. Oh, it looks so good. I love this. Yay. And when it gets all painted this spring, it's just going to look so rockin'. It's beautiful. Anything else you want to say before you say goodbye?
I'm tired. Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Happy holidays. wonderful solstice.
Yes, and it'll be New Year by the time they see this, so hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! Let's hope to God that we finally get a year that will wash 2020 and 2021 completely out of our fucking minds.
Amen. Bye-bye.